Welcome back to another episode of the Tacho Show. I am your boy Tacho, of course, and we are here in 8th Raids, the end of another wonderful season, because, look at this, perfect defense once again. What is this, like four or five times in a row we've had a perfect defense? Now, this one's genuinely perfect, because not a single person was able to win. Not even if they decided to go all the way to the end and fight to the last man, they still were not able to win, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the deal is. Like, am I going to have to resort to beating my own defense on camera to show you guys, like, how to beat it? Because usually when I do these videos, I like showing the losses, at least, like, 1 or 2 losses, so it's not like I'm tooting my own horn here. I'm like, oh, this is unbeatable. This is the best defense in the world. Nah, I don't want to show that. I want it to look realistic, right? Because, in my opinion, there's no such thing as a perfect defense. If I can beat it, so can y'all. But when you look at these defense replays, it really doesn't tell the same tale that I want it to tell, unfortunate as that may be. So this is the defense pretty much. It's the same setup that I've been running ever since Choorou Legends 8 has released, except we have been making updates here and there as time has gone on. Like, for example, giving Kanto Curb to Robin. I think she's pretty much the best unit to give that to. We've added Fiorm over Gatekeeper, or Fiorm over Myrrh, and then we also tossed in Gatekeeper. So that's the thing. We've given Infantry null follow-up to Gatekeeper to cover up Felix not having null follow-up himself. The real reason, though, I think I mentioned this before, was so that Gatekeeper could warp to Alphonse, even if I had to take Micaiah off. But I actually don't think I'm going to take Micaiah off, even for Anima season when I run King Freyr. I don't think I'm going to take her off, because she has the global debuff here with Discord, Exposure, and stat dropping. And then on top of that, she's allowing Felix to warp, which just extends his reach to the stars above, making it double trouble. So that would be really good too. I've gone for Emblem over Loki. I think Emblem at this point is just seriously better than Loki. We've been overselling how good that mythic Loki was, I think. I think she's a little bit overrated, to tell you the truth. I think Emblem is just holding it down still as Batmom. She can just apply Severance, which is 2 completely different status debuffs that we can apply to the enemies, Undefended and Feud. If this was Loki over here, she would just be competing with Micaiah for doing Discord and Exposure all over again, which we already do. We want to get a bunch of different debuffs on the enemies, because Micaiah only cleanses 2, and Micaiah is really the only penalty cleanser you can run on offense, because unfortunately King Freyr is a defense mythic hero. So by overloading on different types of debuffs, you can have a chance to bypass Micaiah, recovering things like Undefended and Feud that you really want to hit the enemies with. So we've got, what does Robin do again? She's got Panic and Hush Spectrum. Micaiah's got Exposure and Discord, and then Embla's got Feud and Undefended. So 6 different debuffs, making it harder for Micaiah to cleanse the exact penalty you want her to cleanse, which in this case is probably going to be Undefended. So yeah, there you go with that. That's pretty much the setup. I put the Duo's Hindrance over here. I'm actually starting to do this just to make it harder to break it, but considering this was bonus Catapult season, I just put it over there because slot 6 Catapult is pretty common. Not so much this season, though, actually. I probably could have actually gotten away with this, but I don't know. It's just I have PTSD because I would always run slot 6 Catapult when this map was the map. Right now, it feels like a lot of people are going for the mountain map instead, but it is what it is. So we had a perfect offense as well. Really, the only reason I'm not rank 1 is because I don't have enough merges on my offensive mythic heroes. So we have a +8 Peony. That's the best I can do. And this was also one that I got from the, whatchamacallit mode, the Forma mode, where you can buy free unit, or not free units, but buy units. I've got Air at +10. She's old. I've got Milla at +10. I won the lottery. So I'm dead ass. Like, I actually won the lottery. So 2 merges away from having, what, like 2 consecutive light season perfects, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and start taking a look at these defenses now. And another thing I should mention is that Alphonse really came through this season. And out of all of the units on this team that I've been debating, like, who I'm going to replace, it's always Alphonse. Like, okay, so next season comes over, who are we taking Alphonse off of the team for? He really accentuated why he's here this season, which I think he hasn't really been doing in past seasons. So why don't we go ahead and take a look and see what's up. All right, first fight is against this guy here, Fuchsia, or Fuchsia, however you pronounce that. Okay, so he's got Sheeta here, attuned Sheeta as his Omni Tank, I would guess. Omni Tank for melee, protected by Farseid Fiorm, which makes a lot of sense. He's not going for Hardy Bearing Fiorm, which is kind of weird, but okay. And we also have Times Pulse Echo on Sheeta, which makes sense as well, because you wouldn't need Null Sea Echo on her if she's only dealing with melee threats. Like, typically, it's the far attacking units that have Fire Sweep and things like that. So, with Fiorm covering your bases for far save, you don't really need to have Null Sea Echo on Sheeta here. And then, of course, the Times Pulse just helps her get to Gust a lot easier, so that is definitely good. Alright, then we got Asker support. We have also Ash support. And then we have Duo Satyr, who can't really do much here because I have Kanto Curb. And then we have Peony as well. Alright, let's see what he does. I'm going to turn animations off because... once again, we have a lot of replays to take a look at here. Alright, so he balls his units up all over there. Now, he's making a bit of a fallacy. I would not run a bait team without having Micaiah on it to penalty cleanse, because look at this. We're hitting her with... what does she got here? Discord, she's got Panic, she's got Undefended, she's got Feud. Like, all of those are really tough to deal with. So, you want to at least have some way to penalty cleanse if you're playing on offense. And unfortunately, Micaiah is the only way. But I guess it is what it is. Okay, she's able to live against Alphonse. She takes out Felix. And she's probably going to have no trouble at all against Robin either. So we have set up the ice in a good way, though. The ice is protecting us on this turn. All right, so he's just breaking some ice. And he's trying to continue his Omni tanking here with Fiorm and Sheeta. All right, so Alphonse comes in. He just gets the one shot. He is... built up quite a lot now because he's gotten 2 procs of his great talent. So he's at plus 12. Oh my god. Yeah, this is the reason why he's here. Also, he has really good color synergy with Felix because Felix is weak to Lance units and blue units, and then Alphonse has color advantage against them. So that was another thing I was considering, like why I had him on this team over other possible options. I was thinking about running the new Emblem Sigurd this round, like replacing Alphonse mid-season for Sigurd, but... I don't know if I want to do that, because Sigurd, while he would be a bigger offensive threat with 5 reach, I don't think he has just that much staying power as Alphonse, and the team buffing with great talent is definitely very good. All right, he's shuffling around his units here. He tried to get out of threat range, but let's see what happens. All right, we just go for some repo. We are really going for the long game here, and this is where Alphonse comes into play really well. When you're going for the long game and he gets a lot of procs of great talent, that's when he can really start looking disgusting. So he's taking his time. He's got this slow bait team. We have defeated a unit, though. We defeated Sheeta. But he's still going for it. Then we take out Fiorm, of course. All right, now we're balled up here. We're protected. He keeps on putting up stone tiles as well every time he attacks somebody. So that's another thing to really put pressure on people. All right, we get another KO. We're getting more and more great talent. He's probably stacked up to max by now. Let's see here. Yeah, he's at plus 20. And then Fiorm is at plus 10, which is the max for her. So, yeah, now he's got max great talent. And it's very late into the game. A lot of his units are already dead, so his options are limited. This is where Alphonse is meant to really shine on this team. It's like you take him into deep water, and then you just drown him. And they have no response to it. Yeah, so it's the final turn. He's got nothing he can do. He can't break the pots. He can't kill Alphonse. So, yeah, there we go. GG Fuchsia. Nice try, though. I give him credit for at least trying to win even after losing a unit. All right, here we go. Another bait setup. This time we've got Seteth. We've got Fiorm. Okay, Seteth with a nice build here. He's got Snag. I don't know if I'd go for Snag 4 on him. I'd probably give him, like, Breath of Life and then maybe Ruse 4. If I was really going to play him like full-on support. Okay, once again, no Hardy Bearing Fiorm. That's very interesting. Do people not realize Bernadetta exists? All right, we got Lumera over there. I guess Lumera is going to be his Ruse bot, so that's why he's got her. Also, she sets up tiles. We got Near Save Fallen Robin. Okay, yeah. Grima with Shield Fighter. That's definitely something. So we'll see like Shield Fighter versus Felix here. All right, then we also have Air, and then we have Peony. All right, he did that just to test the trap, because that looked like a real bolt trap, so he put his Air over there who has Disarm Trap. Unfortunately, though, I have all my real traps hidden behind the ice, so... I mean, it's not impossible to go over the Hex trap as long as you've got 65 plus HP. But still, putting it there applies more pressure on offense if you're going to try to player phase me. Alright, I guess this guy completely forgot we have Emblem. So he just turn off his saves and then get a free hit, basically, on his air. Alright, of course, Fiorm has 0 chance of dying. Yeah, she's just going to completely annihilate all these ranged units. And then Felix comes in. Alright, he's able to go neutral against her, and then he gets his extra action, and he blows up Peony. Alright, so he surrenders right there. He could have kept going. I don't know if he could have won at that point, but he could have definitely kept on playing. Alright, TNT. Let's take a look. This is a very familiar username. I feel like I've heard of TNT before. I'm not sure where, but it's a name I've seen. Probably because I've fought them before in, like, AR and other modes. Okay, Peony. You have Micaiah. Okay, you have very good Micaiah. Again, no Hardy-bearing Fiorm, but whatever. Alright, then we have Ooh, okay. Shield Fighter Gatry. That's the guy. And then he's got Close Defense 4 to nullify enemy bonuses. Yeah, there's a pretty good build here. I would go for Def Res near save, though, just to get some extra res, because, of course, Felix targets res. Or you could even give him, like, the Mystic Boost Seal, which prevents Felix from targeting res. Alright, then we have Nerthuz, and we also have Dagger. Oh, very nice build on Dagger there. We have Breath of Life on her. Yeah, I'm liking that. Alright, so this guy's probably going to try to save bait us, but he has to be wary of Embla, of course, because she's turning off saves, and it's going to be real tough for Micaiah to cleanse specifically undefended when, like I said before, the team is hitting so many debuffs. Alright, so he balls his units up, and he keeps those two all the way to the side, so I'm probably not going to get to hit them. Alright, so we go in first with Alphonse. Gatry can't kill him, but we're getting our free Great Talent stat boost there. Alright, then Felix comes in. Felix can't reach too far here, so he's actually a sitting duck where he went. I'm pretty sure Micaiah can take him out from there. Yeah, and Micaiah definitely can take out Felix. Felix's enemy phase is really poor. Well, I shouldn't say poor, but it's nowhere near his player phase. So most of the time, any decent player phase unit can actually get rid of Felix without any trouble. Alright, there, Embla was able to hit his Fiorm with undefended, so he wasn't able to protect her with Gatry. And he lost his unit, and from there, he just gave up. Geometric is up next. you gotta know geometry to play this game. Like advanced mathematics. Hardy-bearing Micaiah. Alright, we have Emblem Mike, we've got Lumera, we've got Air, we have Peony, and then we have Gatekeeper. Okay, this is a better defended Emblem Mike here. He's got Penalty Cleansing with Micaiah. He's got Gatekeeper for drive stats and Warp Bubble. Lumera's setting up the tiles, so, like, this is... If you're going to play Emblem Mike, this is probably the way to do it. Problem is, though, this is another trap that this defense employs. So, Embla is setting up Feud and Undefended in 3 columns and 3 rows. So, in order for Ike or any Omni tank to avoid that, you would have to put them over there, which is leaving 2 wide open lanes for Alphonse and Felix to just have free real estate. So, it puts you in a really awkward position to try and avoid Embla and her debuffs here. Alright, we go in, we get stat buffs, Felix comes in, we've got Hardy-bearing, of course. This is the first Ike I've seen survive against Hardy-bearing Felix, and like I said, it's because this Ike is being properly played, because he's got all the support, he's got the tiles, he's got the drive, and all that. But unfortunately, of course, Ike can't kill Felix either, so we just get our extra action, and we go after Gatekeeper. And I doubt any of these other bozos are going to be able to finish off Ike now, but doesn't matter, we got our KO. Okay, we are healing. He goes after Felix there with Micaiah. Okay. He's going to continue trying to bait us with Ike. Okay. Now, Ike, of course, should be fine against most of our stuff, but Alphonse going in. Look at that. Alphonse is like the immovable object versus the unbendable force when it comes to Ike versus Alphonse. neither of them really do any damage to each other, but they're just... It doesn't matter if the combat ends in anyone's favor, because Alphonse is just buffing stats, making himself harder to get rid of later on. Alright, Felix all the way tucked in the back. I'm probably going to give her, like, Sigurd Ring next time, so she has more coverage. Or, what I'm going to do next season, because it's going to be Anima season, I was thinking about taking off Alphonse and going for King Freyr with the Sigurd Ring, so he gets 4 range, and then he... I also... Hold on, let me show you guys what I did with the homeboy King Freyr over here. Alright, so where is he? Let's see. Alright, right over here. So, I've got Sigurd Ring on him. I also got Fortifications, and I've got Reopening on him as well. The thing to do, though, I think would be to sacrifice an Emblem Sigurd, give this guy Attack and Defense XL, and give him Momentum 4, and then give him, like, an AoE. And then all of a sudden, this dude with Sigurd Ring is going to be a monster for Anima defense, because he's also just setting up the protection. I don't know if he protects against Elamine's false start from Robin losing her ice tiles. I know Micaiah can't do that. Like, the ice tiles are unprotected by Micaiah against Elamine, but I don't know if Freyr is able to protect the ice tiles. That's something I can't test either, because I don't have Elamine. If you guys know for a fact in the comment section if Freyr blocks Elamine from taking off Robin's ice, let me know. But I'm definitely considering, like, Freyr next season for one of my possible options here. Alright, let's go ahead and we're moving down. We have these Japanese dudes. Okay, unable to replay. You know what that means. This dude, he saw the defense and he just ran away. It's like, nah, I ain't dealing with that shit. I don't want no smoke. Alright, this guy over here. Okay, we got a baby Emerin Wombo combo here. So, Summer Gulveig. We got the Winter Edelgard. We've got Dagger for Pathfinder. I feel like not enough people really employ Pathfinder on offense when it's really good. Like, I've actually been using Pathfinder offense myself right now with Felix and, like, Duo Sharena and so on, and it works really well. So, it's nice to see more people digging into the bag of Pathfinder. Alright, so he goes for his heal. Now, everyone can warp to Emerin, but not really because I have Gatekeeper. So, that's going to be a GG. Alright, we have Aki over here. Rematch. Okay. Normally, when people rematch, they usually win. Like, this is kind of awkward. Because it's not like my defense is a secret. I've shown off this defense in, like, 5 different videos already. And I've shown where the traps are. I've shown, like, how the units interact with each other. What the order of operations is and all that. And still, people can't beat this defense. It really baffles the mind. Like, what is going on here? Why are people unable to beat this? I really couldn't tell you. Okay, we have High Dragon... Well, not High Dragon Wall, just regular Dragon Wall on Milla. Okay, Duo Sharena, very good player phaser. Very good right now, too, because she combos really good with Felix. Because she can, like, break the ice and then move out of the way. And once Felix acts and gets his attack off, he can refresh Sharena's action. So they actually have a really good synergy with each other, which is what I've been using a lot for my offense. All right, we have Sanaki, we got Air, and then we have Azura there. Okay. All right, I don't know what he's doing. He just, I guess he's trying to player phase, but he broke the ice there, and he had no continuation, so he just got out of the way. All right, he's going to have to go for it this turn, though, because he's not going to get a second chance. All right, he's just setting up. I guess he is going to wait it out, but... I mean, take your time all you want, right? Like, we're just getting stronger and stronger. 4 great talent already. We haven't even entered combat yet. Alright, he goes for his Bolt Trap. I guess that's what he was waiting on, the Bolt Tower. He breaks the ice with Sharena, then he goes for a Dance. He can't continue, and then he repos out of the way. Yeah, the threat range is really hard to get around. Like, if you're trying to break the duo's hindrance... It's really well protected with Alphonse's Reach as well as Canto Curb on Robin. Like, it's really tough to break this without having a catapult or something like that. So, if you're trying to player phase and try to apply pressure, it's not that easy to do without, like, a lot of units that can refresh actions like Felix and Sharena and so on. So... yeah, this is another reason why I might go for Emblem Sigurd, because he's got 5 reach, and it would just be even more egregious, like really difficult at that point to try to get out of the way of this. But I don't know, man. I'm still kind of feeling Alphonse for his late game potential over like Sigurd having really massive early game potential. All right, we just beat Aki there. Okay, we got you over here. Another one, just like, nah, I ain't dealing with that defense. Another one. Bro, three. What did we get? 3 people that were like, nah, bro, I don't want to deal with that. Oh, my God. Is this defense that scary? Come on. It's not that bad. Y'all are overreacting. It's not that bad. I'm sure Joel and like Oblivion and DTM would just body this defense in like 2 seconds, right? There's definitely a reason why they're not running a similar setup. Because if this was the go-to defense, if this was the best like bread and butter defense, then everyone would be using it, right? But that's not the case. We go over here and we can take a look at what other people have been doing. And I guarantee you my defense is not even like in contention here. Okay, similar setup, but actually very different. So he's not even running Brave Robin. Interesting. All right, so that was Splash Tomato. We have Kev over here. Kev usually has good defenses. Yeah, completely different, right? Like, so Light Season, we've got Haythrun. He's got double Embla is pretty dirty right now. And he's got Gatry. He's protecting his units well with Gatry and Fiorm. And then he's got Felix there. So the idea with this defense is to prevent you from using save. So Felix can just move in, attack something, and then attack somebody else. So it's a complete Felix defense, pretty much. All right, mine is a little bit more varied. We've got more options in the tank. Like Alphonse can be a late game option. Okay, here's another one. This time we've got Nurgle. So iGreen is going to be able to get extra actions. Mur, of course, for far save and also Warp Bubble. And then we have Edelgard for near save. I don't know if I like this one, though. Looks a little bit way too wide open. Without the ice tiles and stuff like this, I don't know if I would use something like this personally, but okay. All right, Sigma over here. Let's take a look. Oh, we just took a look at him. My bad. Where's Joe? Hold on. Let's take a look at Joel and, like, Oblivion and stuff. What are they up to? All right, Joel Mitri. Joel Mitri. As in geometry. What is the deal with geometry today? We've seen, like, 2 people with that. Okay, so this is the IP setup. Again, like, the IP setup is pretty good. And it's probably the most common, but it's got a lot of blind spots, too. Like, if you can break these structures, this Felix is completely wide open. So, and you can take your time, too. It's not like it would be that difficult to just break these obstacles if you wait a little bit. And then you could easily melee player phase Felix, Bernie, and so on. Celica, I'm not a fan of Celica's player phase at all. She is just way too easy to tank. Robin's got the ice, which is good, but then if you've got Bride Embla, a Bride Embla would be a menace for this defense, because, of course, Homeboy does not have Micaiah to penalty cleanse. So you would just run, like, Bride Embla, turn off Far Save, and then, like, Gulveg, Summer Gulveg could go to town, and then Embla gets a free Gale Force against Robin on this tile here. So, I don't know, man. The IP defense has been going around everywhere. It's the most common right now, and I don't know if it's really what I would go for personally, but it is what it is. Okay, here we go. This is familiar. Ain't this familiar? All right, he's got his attack speed excel. We got Yune, we've got Micaiah there, Alphonse, of course, Robin for the ice. He's not running save, though. Like, that's kind of weird. If I was going to run this, I would at least run save. I certainly wouldn't run Yune either. Like, Yune's not doing anything since he's already got Micaiah. Like, the only thing she can do is debuff with Chaos named, but Micaiah already does that, but better. So I would definitely ditch Yune here, but the setup is pretty much the same as mine otherwise. So yeah, where's Oblivion? Let's see what Oblivion's up to. Is he still running the IP defense? Let's see here. Our boy Oblivion. Yes, he is. He's running basically the same thing as Joel. All right, his is a little better. He's got Gatekeeper at least, so he's got some protection there. He's going for Loki. I don't know if I'm a fan of Loki. Like I said, I think right now Embla's probably better because saves are back on top with Shield Fighter, so having the undefended is a little bit better. All right, so we'll just take a look at this final defense, and then we'll hop out of here, guys. But what am I going to do next season? Am I going to have to actually beat my own defense on camera to show you guys that we can lose here? Because people are just not able to beat this for some reason. I don't understand. Like, what is going on? Why is this so difficult? It's not. It's really not. All right, setting up stone tiles and misjudged Alphonse's reach. Okay, at least this is the first fight of the season, so you typically get people that are slipping a little on the first fight, but yeah, not really much is going to go his way after that. And then Felix is going in next, so we're just going to get 2 free KOs here. Going after Fiorm is pretty dirty, too. Now he can't far save. Oh, and then Robin goes in, too. Robin, of course, Robin's got the extended threat range on this team with her being able to warp to Micaiah. So, yeah, turn 1, we just wiped him out completely. All right, unfortunate, but that's just how it is. So let me know how you guys have been making out on this season of 8th Raids. People have been asking me to do offense showcases, but it's really uncomfortable for me to record offense. Like, when I'm playing offense, I like to be as comfortable as I can, like laying in my bed. I got the blanket covering me. I'm all nice and warm and cozy, and I can think straight. As opposed to if I'm recording offense, I'd be hunched over at my desk. I got the mic in my face. It's hard to concentrate under settings like that, so it's hard for me to really like focus on playing offense when I do that. But yeah, I don't know. That's why I would like them to allow us to save offense replays as well as defense replays, but I don't know, man. It's whatever. So that's going to wrap us up for this video, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed another season of debauchery here. This defense. What is this defense, man?